How's it going, everybody? ZoinkMeister Patrick here, joined today by John.
Hello, everybody.
And today we're playing more Atomic Heart on the PC.
Let's get radioactive.
You won't fool me again. You're mine now, shitbird. Hear that, fuckhead? Show's over.
There you are, always breathing down my neck.
Where's the doctor?
Oh, those robots again.
She
Curling
dumped
tongue.
me. Unbelievable. I don't know where she is. Maybe she's dead. What about Molotov? He didn't believe Sechenov, did he?
Molotov's dead.
Then it all makes sense.
What makes sense?
Collective will activate, and that's the end of everything.
What? What's wrong with people controlling robots with their minds? You're the one who created the goddamn system, you prick.
I had no idea what Sechenov was planning to do with it.
Unlike you, he wasn't planning to kill anybody.
Oh, really? You believe that? Then why did all those peaceful robots start hacking everyone
Because
to bits?
you reprogrammed them, that's why.
Are you serious? How stupid can you get? Do you have any idea how long it takes to write a functional algorithm for a single robot? And there are dozens of models here.
So what?
I'll tell you what. Combat mode was programmed into them during the initial design phase. And sure, no one ever thought it'd be activated here in the Soviet Union, and that was totally on me. But I can assure you that Sechenov's plans are far, far worse than this. And he has to be stopped!
Bullshit! I'm sick of this crap. You're gonna tell me right now how to switch the robots out of combat mode.
Sorry, that's not gonna happen.
Hell it will.
I've already put everything into motion.
Stop!
This was supposed to be
I said
a
stop!
special day for us. I was going to propose to her the day Collective was launched. And it was going to happen right here in the theater. How symbolic.
Watch out, your hands!
Give this to Larissa.
There, that's the thing we missed. I'll mention it later.
He just caught something.
Yeah, it's important what he caught. And he lost his head. Second time we've seen him be decapitated. Yeah. You know what? I said that correctly the first time. You'll just have to trust me. This is the second time we see a decapitated Petrov, as far as we know. I mean, we don't know who the first person was. It was supposed to be Petrov, though.
Fuck. What do we
Crazy.
do now? Fuck.
We still don't know why we want his head.
Oh, you're definitely dead this time. Shit.
Let's see if
P3
there's some
Chalamet.
stuff around.
Come in,
Yeah.
Chalamet.
Finally. Do you have Victor?
Petrov killed himself in a creative way, and I couldn't stop him.
Damn! Is his head intact?
Yes. I'm looking at it right now.
Keep the head safe, P3. I'll send you a special container. Put it inside, and the rest will be done automatically.
So this, I think, ended up taking me like way too long to figure out, mostly because I was staring at these creepy looking dudes. Although I don't think I noticed the first time that their blades only come out when they're in like scary mode. This is like the murder mode, and then it's like the nice mode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. You're right.
Yeah, there's a head.
Now you got the head. Wow. Huh. All right. There's the container to put the head in.
Regret and self will be your lot.
It took me way too long to realize that that's what that was. I think you ended up telling me in the original recording to click on it.
All right. Now we got it. It's interesting to think about where he might be putting that. 'Cause
Also,
how does he carry it?
Where did this little robot come from, and why didn't the robot take the head with him?
Yeah, no
like
kidding.
all the robots have been evil. What's that one's deal? and now what?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the greatest show on earth. Today, we bring you the debut of a new rising star. Please bear with us if the act seems a bit unpolished. The young lady is still rather shy, but we'll work out the kinks as we go. After all, there's nothing
Kinda go
wrong
back and
with a
forth. You
little
can't really exit here.
kink in
Yeah,
there.
they're sticking with me.
It's my great pleasure to present to you the lovely Natasha!
No.
I was looking the wrong way. I thought it was gonna appear behind me. Yeah, so kind of an interesting thing to note. First of all, this is fun. We're trying to figure out what to shoot her with. I start shooting her with this. Music's great.
Not a lot of damage there.
I check what she's resistant to regular bullets and to blades, but she's weak to explosives. So I start bringing out the explosives.
That's pretty effective.
Yeah, pretty darn good.
Bam.
So it's interesting. Petrov mentioned that
That's about 2/3 so far.
he did not program the initial combat mode, like basically on his own or without anyone knowing or anything like that. But he does admit to the fact that he is the one that activated combat mode in the Soviet Union. And we don't know what combat mode exactly entails, other than that obviously everyone's dead now. But I think his point was that he didn't program the robots to attack Soviet citizens explicitly. It sounds like he just activated their combat mode and they choose to attack Soviet citizens. But I think that part's a little unclear still. Also dropped all these explosives from the ceiling. I am running for my life, trying not to get hit by them. I pull out my laser gun because it's homing, and so I'm trying to shoot homing shots at them is my plan, so I can explode them before they explode me. Got some shots on Natasha, didn't need to, but I did. There you go. And then almost killed her. I think instead of wasting a fat boy, because they're very valuable, I switched to the machine gun here.
Fuck. Comrade Major, you... Not now.
Yep.
Let's just not
There you
talk
go.
for a while,
Pick her out.
Yeah, not too bad.
Sergey,
Half my health is gone, but
you
still.
search Petrov's body, my boy.
Sergey, that's me.
Did you find any gold rings on him?
No, sir. Petrov didn't have anything on him.
Very well. Report to the Pavlov complex at once.
Yes, sir. I'm on my way.
So the gold rings, if you remember, were the that little case that he threw to us in the cutscene. We didn't explicitly see it, but he said that I was going to propose to her here on the stage, and then he threw him the box with the engagement rings. And so the 2 gold rings are the engagement rings. And so one thing we learned earlier, I'll wait till after this conversation, but it's kind of interesting to note.
Hey, you. Yes, you with the dumb face. Get over here.
What did you just say?
So this is the guy that we thought was the bad guy.
You don't understand plain human speech? All right, never mind. Just drag
He is a pretty bad guy.
Yeah.
When the rescue workers arrive, I want them to find me first. My magnificent body will grace the first pages of newspapers everywhere, not just in the Soviet Union. Come on, dummy, don't just stand there like a debutante. The theater director commands you.
Ah, so you're the one who turned this place into a whorehouse.
Oh, so you're another bull-headed prude. I gave people what they want and deserve. Everything can be bought and sold, and every person's soul comes with a price tag attached. All you have to do is figure out the currency they accept.
You're fucking demanding for a dead man, you know that?
You don't say. Are you showing your teeth? Oh, what a delightful if plebeian expression. Remember, boy, puffing your chest and showing off character does not mean you're actually in possession of said character. Come on, do what you're told already. You are a lackey of Sectionov's. You should be used to being bossed about. I lost my interest in talking to you.
Well,
He's done with us.
make sure that he doesn't get the newspaper page that he wanted. Yeah, so Lestashkin, there was a guy at the opening who said Lestashkin was going to be the like big bad guy. He's like, you have to stop him, but he was already dead. We didn't stop him at all. I wonder what that little, I wonder if there's like some dissonance in the writing there or something like that. I thought that was a little confusing. I don't know. We do find something here. This little chirper, I think, somewhere. Maybe? Yeah, there it is.
It's in his hand.
And then, believe it or not, he says to me, in the grand finale, we're going to put this big old beauty on stage. I mean, what the fuck? It's an old model and it's hard to program. So I'm thinking this is my show and I'll decide what we should and should not do. You, comrade, are a programmer. So either do your job with a smile on your face or get the hell out of my theater. Comrade Lastochkin, I completely understand. I was merely offering a suggestion. I don't suppose you'd like something a little heavier? Oh, now you're speaking my language. What have you got for me? Oh, it'll be truly spectacular. You'll love it.
We like to hear one side of the conversation.
This is our first session. I'm recording with the chirper for your file, Victor. So tell me about yourself. What kind of person are you?
Well, I'm an upstanding citizen of the Soviet Union and a hardworking member of our society. I live for science, and I have 2 passions that are very important to me: love and robots. Am I a good person? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a crazy sounding report from himself about how he feels about himself is that he thinks he's doing the right thing. He was in prison while he said all that, but worth noting. Also, the music that glitched out in the glove was playing in the background during that. I noticed this time.
That was good music. I liked it.
But it's the music that CHAR-les played earlier, where he was like, main character P3 said, oh well, I'll let them talk.
What is your current status, Comrade Major? I'm detecting a loss of focus and an intense surge of emotion.
My status? I'm losing my fucking shit. That's my goddamn status. I failed my mission again. Victor's dead, and I've got his head in a damn jar, and Sechenov thinks that's all fine and fucking dandy, get it?
No, Comrade Major.
I've done a lot of shit in my day, okay? But I've never lugged a human head around as a trophy. Did you see that gigantic robot in the theater? There was a combat robot in the theater, Charles. But you know what really grinds my gears?
No, Comrade Major.
The rings. The motherfucking rings that asshole Petrov gave me. And you know why it grinds my gears?
No, Comrade Major.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Shit. Whatever. It's okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. We're headed to Pavlov. Got any ideas?
Pavlov is a secret complex located in a remote part of Facility 3826 called CHAR-les. It would be quite difficult to get there on foot given the large number of enemies. I suggest taking a vehicle. And, Comrade Major, this would also be an excellent time to enhance your arsenal as much as possible. Searching for other testing grounds is highly recommended.
Enough
Searching for other testing grounds is highly recommended.
There, Major. Whatever you say.
Yeah, so I think our plan is to hit up the last 2 testing grounds that we haven't been to yet before we just go to what should be the final main mission is going to be my guess from how he said that.
That's what it sounds like for sure.
But it's also interesting to note P3 was talking about how he's like upset by the rings and he doesn't know why he's upset and stuff like that. Like that's what I'm talking about where I feel like there's something going on with P3 that you know, we don't really know quite what it is. Also, this was the hardest version of this I ever had to do.
It's got all the lights being used.
Yeah. I managed to do it, but that was stressful. It's kind of strange. We didn't know where we're going here, but and there's that. Oh, you're asking what a Vova is? I think that's the lab guys, the like basic enemies that we see all the time. And this one's a Tereshkova model, which we've never had to fight. Interestingly enough, I feels like they were the only ones not programmed with the combat mode or something. Oh, we haven't had to fight the ballerinas either, I guess, admittedly, but so far. Here's an email. I actually read this in post. It wasn't anything interesting. Neither was this other one. It's just like, I want to get into a party. I'm a ballerina. I lost my job because of robots. That's it. That was the whole email.
Robots replaced the ballerina. That's too bad.
Yeah. And then I noticed that this was where we were before, where the chickens were attacking us. And so that was just the way around.
We've already been here.
Right. So the Tereshkova wasn't there before. And then that door was locked. And so we were able to unlock it. And so that's where we can go around. I don't know why they let you go back. I guess in case you forgot something, but
you enjoy the show.
You go back, just make sure you didn't miss anything.
Right.
Please come again. Come back soon. We're expecting an amazing new batch of robots for your entertainment. The next show will be even more interesting. Please come back here for a sequel.
So clearly we're the exit, is what she's saying.
Yeah.
Leave to purchase a ticket. Please go to the ticket booth at the other end of the foyer. Don't forget the snack bar. Please proceed to the bar. Did you leave anything in the coat check room? Please proceed.
Did we go to the snack bar by any chance?
Leave this place!
Wonder if she's saying...
We can't go back anyway, but yeah, I think that's where the dead custodian or whatever was that was like, I think forcing happiness is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Major P3, I'm waiting for you in the Pavlov complex. Everything is ready for your arrival.
I'll be there as fast as I can.
I suggest using a car to move between the research complexes. There was a surge of sprout activity on the surface. The place is positively overrun with mutants.
Right. Mutants. Got it. Is that all?
Just one more question.
No. Filatova wasn't there.
I understand. You didn't find any gold rings on Petrov's body, did you? 2 rings with Beta 1 and Beta 2 engraved on the inside?
No, he didn't have anything on him.
You didn't have to notice that on the rings, did you? Beta 1, Beta 2?
No, they're inside of a case in the cutscene, so.
Okay.
Still in one piece? Did I hear right? You finally got that bastard Petrov?
Well, nothing gets by you, huh? Yeah, I got him. Actually, he kind of got himself before I could get him.
Don't you worry. If you got his head, that means this'll all be over soon. Then you can get some sleep.
Now you're speaking my language, Granny Xena. Mind if I stop by for a cup of tea?
Stop by any time, Sonny. By the way, you didn't happen to find any engraved gold rings while you were off chasing after Petrov?
No. I didn't, Granny Xena. Petrov didn't have anything on him.
Well, that's okay. You just watch yourself, Sonny. Stop by if you need anything.
Yeah, so many people want those gold rings.
Yeah, makes me think maybe Granny Z isn't quite as much on our side as we thought she was.
Yeah.
Why have you deceived everyone, Comrade Major? Petrov gave you those rings before he died.
Everyone else is deceiving me. Even Dr. Sechenov, and I never saw it coming.
Would you kindly be more specific?
Petrov said combat mode was programmed into the bots during construction. He couldn't possibly have reprogrammed them all himself. It's true, goddammit. That Natasha was armed with fucking missiles. Where'd it get him, huh? It's a construction robot. Petrov couldn't have armed it with missile launchers. He's not an engineer. He couldn't have hacked into the robot plant and started changing shit around. He fooled the central hub and made it think innocent people were an invading army. That's it. So why would a construction bot have built-in missile launchers, huh?
Unfortunately, after analyzing your logic, I am forced to draw the same conclusion. Especially since your suspicions are more justified than you know.
What do you mean?
Exactly that. Listen to this recording.
What duty are you referring to, Comrade Sechenov? Do you even realize that if the Americans find out that your robots can be switched to combat mode, I guarantee your project will be dead in the water?
To my profound chagrin, I failed to pay sufficient attention to the phrase, robots can be switched to combat mode. I took it as a colorful expression Molotov used to cast dispersions upon Dr. Sechenov.
The Atomic Heart Project. Petrov wasn't lying. Sechenov and the Politburo want to conquer the U.S. and the entire world.
So pretty wild that, like, you know, at this point, it kind of sounds like Sechenov is the baddie, which isn't too big of a surprise, I guess.
And not what he expected, though.
No, well, I mean, again, because Sechenov brought P3 back to life, and so he's liked him this whole time. But I mean, we're kind of getting this impression that he wants to utilize his position as the like alpha ring guy or whatever it's called to take control over basically the whole world using the power of the robots and stuff like that and Collective, because he has full discretionary authority over Collective once it launches. But they're going to kind of describe something here pretty soon about what the beta rings are and why everyone cares about them so much. I think we've already learned this information, but admittedly, we've taken so long to play this game that it's just a lot of info that you have to try to. That was a perfectly timed shield. Good job, me. There's a lot of info, admittedly, in this game, and a lot of very similar sounding Russian names. So it has been a little hard to follow, but I've genuinely liked the story for what it is so far. At this point, we're trying to figure out how to get in this complex here behind us on the left now. And it's going to take a while to figure that one out. But yeah, I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on kind of everything we've heard over the last 40 minutes of all this information dump that we got suddenly about what's going on with everybody?
It just seems interesting that, yeah, all of a sudden the people who he believes to be good people aren't that good. They're actually causing all these problems, or they planned it at some point. And I don't think they intended for it to become, basically enemies of Russia at this point.
Yeah.
Was not their plan, but they did put all the attack into them.
Right.
So, again, attack the world, basically.
Right,
So,
yeah, which seems like
Comrade
a pretty...
Major, based on the enemy's alert level data, you are fucked.
Talking about the subtitles did not match the words there. So here, I don't know quite what I want to do. Yeah, so I do the shutdown first, because I think we're still trying to figure out a way in at this point. I haven't quite figured out what my plan is yet. Because I think I'm looking for a way to get to the camera, because I think I'll unlock it that way.
Just don't be under that satellite. That would be a bad place to be.
I somehow forgot 3 times in a row that the crate drops on top of me. That's pretty funny. So luckily everything's already turned off except for this guy, for some reason. And so I try to, there we go. It's like, oh, I didn't expect you to shoot me like that. All right, so now I can safely wander around for a bit, which is peaceful.
Seems like kind of a software failure there, honestly, that it should have shut him down, but failed to.
Yeah, it seems like if you shoot anything, then it'll like reactivate, but which I don't know, kind of a weird, I don't know if there's a good explanation for that or not, but that's how they work. But yeah, I do find, it's kind of funny, I didn't see it on the map a second ago, but then I check it over here and look at that, stuff everywhere.
A lot of stuff to collect here.
At this point, we're mostly just looking for, what are they called? We didn't get any there. I'll see it if it's there. Microelectronics, that's what we're looking for. We have tons of everything else, but microelectronics are super rare still. You were talking about like maybe that was a difficulty thing, I remember.
Right, yeah, that maybe if you were in the more complicated mode and attacking more robots, things like that, that you would definitely have more advanced...
microelectronics?
Yeah, and even weaponry. So
yeah,
your weaponry is a little less advanced because you're in moderate mode. So
well, almost everything's fully upgraded. The only thing that isn't fully upgraded are the polymer stuff, the like little cartridges, which we never use. I mean, and by we I mean I almost never remember to stick my cartridges onto the weapons. And so that's it's like they're fully upgraded basically from what I actually use them for. It's just a matter of to finish the upgrades we would need the little cartridge slots. But I don't know, I probably should use those more considering we probably have plenty. I mean, I haven't shown the full inventory in a while. I imagine, oh, here I'm upgrading. We switched the, what is this? The pistol? Yeah, the pistol back to anti-robot because we're fighting mostly robots in the overworld like this. And we have enough to, you can see, I mean, we have tons and tons of junk except for microelectronics is kind of the only thing. And yeah, everything's fully upgraded except for the cartridges, which we probably have tons of cartridges. It's like, our inventory is looking great. I don't know. I'm in that mentality of like scrounging and not wanting to waste anything. And so I still...
So the robots are back.
Yes, it went back up.
In the air.
But I did realize that at this point, there was probably another way in because the next nearest thing was like way too far. So I actually head right back to there and we try a new tactic while still being attacked from all sides.
By a lot of robots.
A lot of robots everywhere, wanting us dead, almost constantly. But this time, instead of overloading, I just do the maintenance, which gives you 10 seconds to make a run for it. There's enemies everywhere, but...
Attacking you even in the room.
Yeah, they do not make it easy. I feel like that's the one thing about this game that I would like to change is enemy respawns are a little too fast. It's like, I wish they'd calm it down just a smidge. So then when we went up here, we realized that this is the clear way into the complex. It's just right there. And by we, I mean, I was totally lost. But John pointed me out that I could just get in there if I went the other way. So that's why you see me looking off the other direction. It's like, oh, what do you mean? I could just do this?
Yeah, slide right in there. Woo.
It was that easy. Just that easy. And in here, it's kind of a good thing we did this. We ended up finding out this was like accidentally what we had to do next in order to get where we were trying to go.
A lot of stuff to collect.
Yeah, at the time we were just like, good stuff to collect. I mean, I'm not going to complain. Microelectronics, so that's, that's what we're here for. Oh, here I remember I'm just, scanning neurotically as I do, when suddenly, and out of nowhere, I see an enemy coming. It's like, oh, I'll just sneak by him. He hasn't seen me yet. Nope, he saw me. It's like, well, maybe I can just, oh, he has a shield. How can we get around the shield, you might be asking? Shotgun's a bad idea. That's set for organics right now.
Just knocked him back, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta use the axe.
You gotta use the axe.
Way to go.
Yep. Boom, goes right through the shield. Should have gone straight to that. Really need to remember that more. Going outside, and look at that, another chest. Microelectronics? Come on. Nope, nothing good.
No.
Neuropolymer is always good though. That's the other upgrades, the like glove upgrades. So I guess that's the other thing we're looking for. The glove isn't fully upgraded yet either. This guy.
No, take him out. Cool.
Those little roly-poly guys. Oh, hello.
Ow.
Yeah, luckily there's no alarm level, but it doesn't seem to matter. There's like enemies everywhere in here.
Yeah, all these little rolling robots seem new. I don't remember seeing them a lot.
Yeah, I mean, they've been around. They're hard to remember because they're so easy to kill. They're so small. Oh yeah, I switched to the...
Good job with that.
Yeah, that glove at some point. I don't remember when that was, but it's pretty darn good. I think these are the two best upgrades, the shield and the, like, telekinesis glove. Those seem to always do the best. So here I'm like, oh look, there's a bunch of
more stuff in there.
Yeah, goodies in here. And it's funny, it's like everything's currently being repaired, and you know, it's.
I think you just got vodka too, right? Looks
Yes.
like a bottle.
Yeah. Vodka's so strong. I'm glad we picked it up.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, vodka.
Really good vodka.
Gotta look out for that. And look, there's like things being repaired everywhere. It's like, stop that.
Yeah, take out the repair guy.
So many repair guys. Like half the stuff's still being repaired. Look at that. That thing's almost fully repaired. That thing's fully repaired. I got a level 1 alarm because of it. I think I meant to do the shield. That's why I stopped it right away. And I'm trying to collect stuff, but they're still being repaired. And so it's like,
yeah, it's funny. Even though you collect everything, they're still repaired, even though they're missing stuff.
Yeah, and it's crazy because if you kill them again, you can't loot them again. You can only loot them once, even if they get repaired. And so it's, I think that's stupid. I feel like if you loot them, they should not be repairable. Or whatever.
From, I guess. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's like they shouldn't be repairable if you loot the body. I feel like because you can't re-loot them anyway. So I don't know. I think that's kind of a dumb part. I'm trying to do this. Meanwhile, everything's being repaired behind me, and like I'm scared out of my mind. And I saw an enemy in there already. That's why my gun's up. But with the power of impossible stealth,
he didn't see the door open.
Yep. And it's funny. I think this is the only time we've gotten one of these black robots with a stealth attack too. So
he wasn't paying attention.
Lucky us. Thanks so much, guys, for watching this episode. You've made it to the end, and hopefully we'll see you next time in more Atomic Heart.
Thanks a lot for joining and watching.
Zoink out.